Oh, most definitely. Hey, y'all. What's up? First of all, let me share this really quick. And if you're watching this, we're going to talk about profit margins. So I'm sure your friends and your folks, they may or may not have known how to calculate their profit margin, but we're going to talk about that today. So if you're here, invite another boss into the group. That's the only rule that I have. And if you're looking at this and you're like, who in the world is this chick? My name is Vera Coleman. I am the CEO of Fly Boss Lifestyle. Listen, what is Fly Boss Lifestyle? From Fly Boss Lifestyle is pretty much a movement designed to help women. It's designed to help women, especially in their beginning stages when they're looking to start their business and they get stuck. Sometimes, as business owners, we experience stagnancy in the beginning stages where we're like, hey, I don't know, where to start. And so that's pretty much what I help with. I provide tools, resources, different things to be able to help you. And so today I'm going to bring you some information. So make sure that you are inviting your folks, of course, your women bosses, your friends, family to the group, so that they can get some value. So I'm gonna take a few minutes and I'm gonna actually share this right now to my other platforms so that we can get started. If you are looking at this for the first time and you're like, I've seen her for the very first time. If you could drop the number one, if you've never seen me, but at any point and you're just like, who is this? And you're meeting me for the first time, if you would comment in the comments the number one. If I can get to the page. I hope you all have had a wonderful Tuesday. I know I've been so busy. All right, let me see if I got some comments in here. Hey, Jericho, what's up? Hey, y'all, what's up? Share this video, invite your folks, and I may even do a giveaway while I'm here. But let me go ahead and share this right now. I don't think it will allow me. So we ain't worry about that. But I'm gonna keep this on my phone. Hey y'all, what's up? Hey, if you're just now joining, you're like, who is this? My name is Vera Coleman. I am the CEO of Fly Boss Lifestyle, and pretty much what we do here is we help new and inspiring entrepreneurs start their businesses. I know a lot of times when we get in the beginning stages, we experience like stagnancy or we just kind of get stuck. We don't know where to start. We may have ideas, but we're like that's all they are. They're in our heads. So today we're going to talk about profit margins because this is one of a very, very, very critical thing that you'll run into your business. Again, this is day number 30. So if you've been following, I have done for every day this last couple of days. It has not been consecutive, but this is day number 30 that we're talking about business, everything from we've talked about some of everything, so definitely you want to make sure you go back and watch those things. And this is the very last day, so it has been lit. I have enjoyed doing this. And yes, okay, Zero, I'm happy I'm off. Okay. All right, so happy. Yes, I'm so happy that you're here too. So, but yeah, this is day number 30. We want to talk about profit margins. If you have a business, if you are a new business and you actually have heard of profit margins and you calculate this for your business, I want you to drop the number 2. If you are a business and if you have been calculating your profit margin, or you've heard the word before I actually get into telling you what it is, I want you to drop the number 2 in the comments. And it's okay. And if you don't, just say I haven't yet. So if you are a new business and you have not done so, or you have not heard of this, I want you to put that in the comments. And it is okay, y'all, because listen, that's exactly what I'm focusing on is new businesses. And you know what? Even with COVID-19 has sped up a lot of things with a lot of businesses, honestly. Okay. All right. So the number two. So she have not done it yet. Okay. Hey, hi, welcome from one fly boss woman to the next. I am truly excited that you are here. Hey, Tiasha, what it do, chick? Hey. Okay, you haven't done so yet. And that, listen, that's not even a big issue. But today I'm going to teach y'all some stuff. All right, so first of all, you're going to find out what is a profit margin in the lowest terms. How do other businesses use profit margins in their businesses, and how can you use it in your business? Thank you for tagging your people, Jericho. Yeah, Missy needs to be on here definitely. Thank you for tagging her on this live here. All right. So first of all, what is a profit margin? Let me make sure I deactivate this part right here. Hey girl, hey. So pretty much, and again, if you got your book, if you got your Fly Boss notebook, make sure that you whip it out so you can begin to take notes. Again, bosses do take notes so they can go back and they can study their craft. That's for real. We're not, just because you're new, you never heard of it now, you need to make sure that you start to build on this. And so, okay, so profit margin. So profit margin is pretty much the money that you take home or that's in your pocket. Meaning, and I want to break this thing down, like, of course, in your business, you have expenses, you have things that you pay for, all of these things. But the real thing is how much of it belongs to me after I pay everything else, after I have, with my purchases, and all of that. And I'll give y'all the formula. So pretty much the bottom line is profit. Profit is pretty much taking your revenue minus your expenses. Okay. So whatever you made minus what you had to pay out is usually your profit. Your profit margin is a percentage. The percentage of it tells you how well you're doing in your business. Ideally, you want to have a profit margin anywhere between 40 up to 60%. Just depends on it. You can break it down where you're calculating your overall profit margin, meaning you're taking, overall, or you can break it down based off of each product. And so some of you all, if you have different products, there may be a profit margin for each product. And we're going to talk about that. So let's go into this. All right. So we talked about that. Now, why is profit margin important? Profit margin is important because it's going to help you to determine your price. Okay. A lot of times I run into new entrepreneurs and they're like, hey, you ask them how much they charge and they kind of just throw something out to you. And the price that they throw out is either going to be either super high or outside of like, oh Lord, that's like, or it's going to be, really, really low. Either way, you want to make sure that if you're in business, nobody goes into business without the goal of making money. If you are in business and you are looking to make money, I want you to comment money. Let me see some money. If you are an entrepreneur logged into this thing and you are looking to make some money, I want you to comment money. And I'm gonna wait on that because that's important. In order for you all to get this and understand this, man, we have to have a goal of making money. Money. And when I get one, because I know somebody's there. Out of these 18 people that's logged in here, I know somebody. Money, period. What you said, I don't care if I got 5, I want 6 more streams. That it is what it is. I'm always looking to make money, and you should be too. But no one goes into business just not wanting to make money. So this is going to help you in determining how to price your items. And I'll tell y'all a little story. Before I got into credit repair, because that's what my main business, I am a credit repair specialist, and I sold cupcakes. So my very first business was a cupcake company. And so if I wanted to figure out like how do I determine how much do I charge people? And so ideally I wanted to have a 60% margin. That simply means that after I've calculated all of my expenses from the things that I had to purchase for the cupcakes, how much did it cost me versus how much did I pay for it minus the expenses. Okay. And then when I do that, I get a profit. So, in determining how much I want to charge people, if I pay 8 for it, I'm not going to charge you 8, because then I don't make a profit, right? So it's very important for you to determine how much do you want to make out of certain items. And some companies, and I'll give you a little technique, because you're going to walk away from this with something that you'll be able to use. Yes, multiple streams of income. I'm with you, chick. Yes, I want it. All right. What's up, Sabrina? Money, 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 money. Yes. All right. So absolutely. That's why it's important. It's also important, you guys, is when you're looking to grow. When you are looking to grow your organization and your businesses, the higher the profit, the higher the profit margin, of course, the more flexibility that your business has. That simply means that you got more to work with. And when someone's looking at, is this a good investment, is this a good business to invest in, they're usually going to choose someone who has a higher profit margin, because not only do you have money to pay yourself and have money left over, but you have money to pour back and invest into the business. So that is so very critical for you to think about that, because some people, when we get started in business, we have a big heart. I know I have a big heart, and sometimes we devalue some of the things that that we got. Like, if you see people say, "Oh, girl, you can do all of that on your own," you can do anything on your own. But listen, just you got to make sure that you're charging people enough so that you can grow and then in turn scale your business. That is the reason why calculating your profit margin. Now, how do you even calculate it? If you are writing notes, I'm going to give you the formula for calculating your profit margin. So you're going to take your revenue, so whatever amount that you profit, if you're doing it for a product individually, whatever amount that you make from that particular product, minus the expenses. So if you're selling cupcakes, what all things did you have to purchase for that cupcake? Did you have to purchase butter? Did you have to purchase the ingredients that goes into it? And then if you have a service-based business, don't forget about your time. That is so very critical. Like, your time is something that you can't get back. You want to make sure that you add that in as well. But you're going to take your revenue minus your expenses, and then of course that's going to equal your profit. Now, the profit amount, like I said, is you want to be ideally anywhere between 40 to 60%, depending on what type of item you have. Service-based business, usually the profit margin is going to be, you're going to be making a lot, because the things that you're producing are in your mind. Service-based business, we have a skill that we're transferring or that we're charging people for, that's not costing us a lot to produce, because once we got the knowledge, we're able to continue to give it over and over and over and over. Same thing with a digital product. When you create a digital product, that's something that you don't have to physically ship things out. You don't have to worry about shipping or any of that paper. Printing something out is straight digital. So your time is really honestly what people are paying for. Now, if you are getting value from just this information, before I move on, I want you to say value in the comments. Value in the comments. If you've learned something new just from being on this live, I want you to say value in the comments. I appreciate you all tagging your people. Bring your folks, because again, this is the part that people we don't talk about this. Getting your business set up properly is so very important. Thank you so much, lady. Hey, value. Okay, all right. All right, so the last thing I want, well, really, I got a couple of more things. So thinking about when, I'm gonna touch on some of like physical products versus brands, just so that you can kind of get an idea of how some companies are using this in their every day, and of course some brands that you shop like Gucci. So, of course, Gucci, buying a t-shirt or just buying a purse at Gucci is definitely not cheap at Gucci. But they also have an established brand. So naturally their profit margin is going to be off the chain, because I think a t-shirt at Gucci is anywhere between $600 to $800. Now we know that producing a t-shirt does not cost $600, not even nearly that amount. So I'm pretty sure that Gucci is making a huge profit. So if you take the amount that they're making, which if you're charging $600 for this particular item minus the expenses, which it may not even cost them $50 to produce those shirts. Just depends on what type of, because if you ordering in bulk, that means that you're getting a huge discount. You're getting wholesale pricing, and they may have different hardwares and different things like that that they have to pay for separately, but it's still not the amount that they're charging you. So as far as that amount, when you're looking at that, when you have established your brand, also you can charge what you want. Nobody's going to question you about your price when you have created an established brand. When you go into Gucci, you don't question why I got to spend $600 on a shirt, because it's Gucci. Prada and all those major Chanels, like, you're not going to check them about their brands because they've already did a good job in it. More than likely, the amount that they're charging you is not even a fraction of, hold on, my thing, put that back on. It's not even a fraction. My light went out for some reason. Put that over here. It's not even a fraction of what they're actually charging you. All right, if that makes sense, y'all, if you can say in the comments that makes sense. So if that makes sense to you, if it's making sense, say it's making sense. And that's for real. All right. So also, even with service-based business, typically all you need is like a website or some sort, or just a platform. If you're having digital products, if you're having one-on-ones, if you're having coaching, the gist of what you're spending is your time. And then in some cases with digital products, you do it once and you don't have to do it. You can do it. It's doing it. Certain systems sell it for you. All right. So, and I will tell you this, and this is what I'm going to give you all for, being here. It's just a little technique. And so some companies actually use, being able to control their profit margins to, hold up. I'm sorry, y'all. Now, let me tell y'all the benefits of having higher profit margins. The benefit of having higher profit margins is going to be for you to be able to reinvest back into your business. You're able to hire more staff. You're able to invest more into marketing and those type of things. And of course, you're able to pay yourself. So, when you're thinking about your profit margin, the higher you want your profit margin to, the higher, the better. Because at any point, if you decide that you want to invest more into marketing, which marketing is, listen, if you investing into marketing, that when you invest in marketing, it transfers into dollars, because especially when you're doing it right. Because that's what sells. That's what people want to see. Yes, it's making sense. Okay, cool. But yeah, moving on to like how some companies actually use this in their everyday business and how you can use it in your business. Some companies use this technique for bait. And I'll give you an example. Even like I have what we call a net 30. If you begin to, start building your business credit, then, that's ideally what you want to have. You want to have net 30s in your business where you are paying. You don't have to pay the invoice or have to pay for whatever you need right then. They can pretty much invoice you. But there is a company that I use that they have identified that one of my hugest expenses in my business is purchasing paper. And so when I purchased, they know that, hey, I purchased paper, a certain amount of paper. So what they've done is they've given me a discount. I'm talking about the price that they're giving me on a RAM of copy paper is it's ridiculous. More than likely, they have cut their margin on that particular product just to bait me in. And why would a company do that? The reason that a company would do that is because they wanted to get me to their site. So sometimes, you can eat the costs on a particular product just so that you can get your clients to your site. Once you get them to your site, then you're featuring a whole nother item. And so in that case, when they were able to get me to the site, I actually spent hundreds of dollars. Because again, they gave me a discount. The discount was just a small bait. Of course, they took a hit in it, but in the end, I end up spending more money than I would have. I spent more money than just the rim of paper. So that was the idea of using this to grab more customers. Some of you all are not getting more customers because you don't have different techniques of how do you got to get that down to the psych. And so that's what they did. They pretty much baited me there, and when I got there, I spent a whole lot more money than I would be just on the rim of paper. So and if no matter what business you are, you may be giving something for free, or you may lower something, waiving the shipping, and different things like that, giving a percentage off. And what they always do is put a kicker in there. You must spend $100 to qualify, or you must spend over a certain amount. So if you are selling, products that requires, you can just, what I'm saying is you can pretty much do some of everything and they work together. But again, the profit margin is you kind of playing around with it. Even when you go into a, a convenience store, in the convenience store, more than likely they make a profit more so on the food items. The food items is where they make the bulk of their money. That's why sometimes you see those deals, buy a certain amount, get this free. All of those things work together to get you in the convenience store. When you get in there, guess what you buying? Picking up everything. You may go in there for gas, or you may go in there for XYZ, and you get baited in there with the free drink and end up going and get the chips and everything else. So just to do a recap, y'all, just so that if you are taking notes, let me go and recap you just so you know. Profit margin is pretty much what goes into your pocket. It is pretty much revenue minus expenses, okay? And then if you wanted to do a percentage, like actually get the percentage amount, you're gonna take revenue minus revenue minus expenses, and then you can divide it by the revenue amount. Of course, whatever that number you get, you're going to multiply it times 100, of course, so that you can get a percentage. Ideally, you want that percentage to be anywhere between 40 to 60%. If you already currently in business right now, you can simply calculate this based off of, you can do it overall, like just to see what is your profit amount on a monthly basis, or you can narrow it down where you're trying to figure out what is the actual profit margin for a particular product. If you're selling a particular outfit, finding out, okay, so how much is it costing me? And then how much am I going to charge the client? So the part that you're going to charge the client is the in between. If you're looking to make 60%, then of course you're going to mark that up, so that you can be able to give that client that amount. Again, make sure you add in your time, entrepreneurs, because again, that's something you can't get back. So let me open it up for questions, just in case anybody has some questions in regards to anything that I had. If you see me typing, that is my assistant that is assisting just to make sure that this runs smoothly for you all. And let's see who else got something. If this helped you at any point, if this helped anybody on today, all it takes is one person. I want you to say it helped me in the comments. Because again, in order for me to continue to do things like this, I want to make sure that this is of value, and that you are inviting people. Between myself and my ambassadors, we will be popping in, just to give you all a great deal of value. And then also, if you're like, hey, Vera, I just need a little bit more guidance, and then you can reach out to me directly. And I have what we call a She Cave community. The She Cave is pretty much where it goes down, where we talk about some of everything in the She Cave, where we're taking you step by step, and it's a 6-month program. Typically, a new entrepreneur does not need to be in that program no more than 6 months, because these are general basic things to make sure that they're getting set up properly, and that they're ready to get it to a point where they can begin to scale their business. All right, so let me see if I got some questions here. Hey, Elle, hey. Making sense. Okay. All right. What's up, Montika? Looks like you a late girl, and I'm about to end this thing, but this is day number 30. I hope you all enjoyed the 30 days of Boss Talk with Vera, where we talked about business. Again, if you are following the Fly Boss Lifestyle, the Fly Boss Lifestyle will release on July the 18th. So we're super excited about that, and we will be going live a portion so that we can show you that portion of our day. So I'm logging off this thing. It looks like no one has a question in regards to it. That means that you all took some really good notes. And don't forget to invite another boss to the From One Boss Woman to the Next. I will see y'all on the next video.